Over in Myanmar, the leader Min Aung Hlaing has signaled early signs of mending ties with ASEAN. In his first speech as president, the retired army chief said Myanmar wants to normalize ties with the bloc. This comes 5 years after Min Aung Hlaing launched a coup and just months after holding a controversial staggered election. Our Myanmar correspondent Leong Wai Kit explains what's next for the country.
Myanmar leader Min Aung Hlaing's rise to the presidency comes as a little surprise. Critics have long argued that the 2021 coup was driven in part by his ambitions to take the country's top office. Now, while some countries may take some time to warm up to Min Aung Hlaing's new role as president, some of his allies have moved quickly to show their support. China President Xi Jinping was among the first to congratulate Min Aung Hlaing, highlighting close ties and reaffirming support for Myanmar. Russian President Vladimir Putin also showed support for Myanmar, which became a closer ally to Moscow following the coup in 2021. Within ASEAN, Thailand and Cambodia have sent congratulatory messages. Myanmar currently has the firm backing of its regional neighbours as well as faraway allies like Russia and Belarus. But how far can this support sustain Myanmar on the global stage?
I can say it's quite sustainable. I mean, if you put it on the way that what Myanmar experienced in the mid-90s before joining the ASEAN is even worse than this.
ASEAN doesn't formally recognize the junta or its recent elections. But the bloc's engagement with the country has not been entirely cut off. Current ASEAN Chair Philippines said earlier this year that the situation remains fluid, with future engagements depending on steps taken by Myanmar's military leadership. ASEAN has been pushing for Myanmar to make good on the 5-point consensus which it agreed to in 2021. Among them is to end violence in the country. While Min Aung Hlaing has largely brushed aside ASEAN's calls, he may find it hard to ignore China's concerns on Myanmar. Beijing has consistently emphasized stability, security and political reconciliation in Myanmar. China has also played a growing role in facilitating talks between warring ethnic groups and the Myanmar military.
They are willing to use the development supported peace process and link up with the China-Myanmar economic corridors and arcs. So I think they are now start to re-evaluate what's the role and how the CMEC is going to look like.
In the near term, Myanmar faces mounting domestic challenges, including a fuel crunch linked to the Middle East conflict. This prompted a nationwide rationing and efforts to secure short-term imports of fuel to last them for at least 1 month. Myanmar leader Min Aung Hlaing's new role as president comes ahead of the Myanmar New Year, a period traditionally marked by prison pardons. So, all eyes will be on whether political prisoners, including State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi, could be released as an early signal of his leadership approach. Leong Wai Kit, CNA.